Nathan Outteridge, helmsman for Emirates Team New Zealand. You just had your first day in Te Rehutai, the AC-75. Break it down for us.
Yeah, it was really cool. Obviously watched the boat sail around a lot a few years ago, and heaps are sailing on the 40 lately, but you know, nothing really compares to these beasts. They're so big and so powerful. And unfortunately today, or probably fortunate for me, it wasn't very windy, so it was a nice sort of easy, you know, into it. Boat's still amazing how fast they go for such little wind, and you know, just the power of the boats is something that, you know, I haven't experienced for a long time.
So yeah, we've had a lot of time now in the AC-40. Does it scale well? Do the lessons you've learned from the testing of the AC-40, you know, go into this boat well?
Well, all the same principles apply. You know, you've still got to have, you know, this foiling monohull, and you know, all the twin skin main stuff all applies, but it's just the scale and it's just the loads. You get used to looking at, you know, main loads of, you know, down at 3 ton or whatever, and all of a sudden you're well above that now. You're well above that in every area, and so, you know, when you're pulling stuff on, you can hear, you know, you can feel the load, you can feel the power of these boats, and that's something that you probably don't get at all in the 40s or any other boat that I've sailed. But you know, it's an incredibly complicated boat as well, and so, you know, I think it's, you know, been a really good decision to bring the old girl back out with a bunch of changes on it, and keep, you know, pushing the development of, you know, the systems. And you know, for me personally, I think going straight from a 40 you know, into one of these is a huge jump, so I'm glad I've had a good few months under my belt.
I understand. Yeah, no, it's brilliant. So we're obviously, this is a whole new kettle of fish. With the AC-40, you've got power when you want it. You push the button and the battery gives you what you need. Here you've got to crack the whip on some lads on a bike and say, start pumping. How's that been, you know, changing from power there when you need it to coordinating it with the boys?
Well, first I think it's fantastic we've got all the sailing team now out on the water. You know, a lot of the guys have been training, you know, for, you know, 6-9 months, you know, probably even 2 years since the last America's Cup, you know, maintaining fitness and getting ready for today essentially. And you know, a lot of our sailing has been just, you know, the 4 of us going out, and it was great to go through the tuboating and get more sailing team members on the water. But you know, this is the real deal. You know, this is getting all the cyclists involved, learning about the whole hydraulic system. You know, that's going to be a huge part moving forward. There's been quite a few rule changes on how, you know, all the systems work, and so you know, this is, you know, I hate to say it, it's a perfect test boat. You know, it's a fantastic America's Cup winning boat, but it's a perfect testing boat for us to just keep that development happening.
Now, we did see a fair bit of downtime today. I'm presuming you're just adjusting lock strops and small fine-tuned purchases just to get everything just so. Is that the case? Yeah, well, it's, you know, your boat hasn't been out of the shed for 2 years, and the sails, you know, need to make, you know, a few little tweaks here and there just to like get it to fit now without runners. The geometry's changed a little bit, and you know, probably a pretty different electronic hydraulic system on the boat now as well. So, you know, we were looking for a day that was pretty glassy so we could get out there and just load things up, you know, just throughout without having to sail. And you know, we had a good couple of hours of glass, which was perfect for that. And the breeze came in, you know, exactly when we thought it would come in, just after 2, when we started loading it up slowly and sailing around. And so we always expected it would be a really stop-start day. I think in order to make the next few weeks really useful, you've got to invest the time in a stationary manner. So, you know, it was good for me just to learn about how, you know, all the different loads on the boat work, how the systems work, and you can only do so much in the shed. You've got to get out there on the water and practice that as well. Nathan, you're wonderful to chat to. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy your debrief.
Thank you. Cheers.